The other point that needs to be made is that when we talk about the financial and economic problems facing this country, it is terribly important to take an overview of what's going on in the economy in general. And there is no debate about this. The middle class in America today is disappearing. Median family income today is less than it was 24 years ago. Despite all of the increase in productivity and technology, median family income is less today than it was 24 years ago. That's rather extraordinary. We have 46.5 million people in this country living in poverty, more than at any time in the history of this country. 22.5% of our kids live in poverty. That is the highest rate of childhood poverty in the industrialized world. Poverty among senior citizens is increasing. So we have major economic challenges that we face. Now, our Republican friends, who a few days ago were telling us that they had to shut down the government and threaten not to pay our bills because of the horrors of Obamacare, now apparently no longer concerned about Obamacare, and they are now concerned about the national debt, and they're concerned about our spending. Well, this is what I want to say. If we want to have a conversation or a conference or a discussion or a special committee, or call it whatever you want, we cannot just look at cutting Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, as Congressman Ryan and many others want. We have got to put into that discussion how it happens that 1 out of 4 major corporations in this country does not pay a nickel in federal income taxes. You think that should be part of the discussion? I think it should be. We have to put into that discussion how it happens that corporate America is putting their money in the Cayman Islands and in other tax havens and avoiding paying tens and tens of billions of dollars in federal taxes. Do we need that into the discussion? I think we do. And if you're going to talk about a conference on the economy, the conference must include the need to create millions of jobs. It must include the need to raise the minimum wage. It must include pay equity so that women get the same wages that men do for the work they are doing. It must include rebuilding our infrastructure. This discussion on the economy cannot simply happen on Republican terms. We live in a country in which the middle class is in rapid decline, while the wealthiest people and the largest corporations are doing phenomenally well. And any discussion that we have after we reopen the government, after we pay our bills, has got to include that important reality. We cannot and we must not, for moral reasons and for economic reasons, balance the budget on the backs of the elderly, the children, the sick, and low-income people. The wealthiest people and the largest corporations have got to get involved, have got to pay their fair share of taxes. And we have got to create the millions of jobs that this country desperately